War of the Ring had ended, and Middle-earth was forever changed. The fellowship was broken, each member returning to their own destiny. For Legolas, son of Thranduil, the world now held a different weight. The battlefields were silent, but echoes of war still haunted his mind. Legolas traveled alongside Gimli, keeping the promise they had made to each other, to see the wonders of each other's worlds. They wandered through the halls of Aglarond, the glittering caves beneath Helm's Deep, where Gimli spoke with pride of the craftsmanship of the dwarves. Legolas marveled at the beauty, but his heart yearned for the vast forests and endless green that only the elves truly understood. Together they sailed down the Anduin, through lands still scarred by war. They saw villages rebuilding, the free peoples of Middle-earth forging a new future. Yet, in every shadow, Legolas felt the fading of his kind. The time of the elves was ending. When at last he returned to Ithilien, where he and his kin had made their home, he found solace in the trees and rivers. He planted groves where fire and battle had once raged, willing life to take root once more. Yet, even as the land flourished, a whisper called to him, a longing deep within his soul, the call of the sea. It had begun in Gondor, when he first heard the gulls cry. At the time he had resisted it, bound by duty and friendship. But now, as the years passed and the world moved on, the call grew stronger. He watched as his people slowly left Middle-earth, sailing into the west where the lands were undying, where sorrow and decay did not touch. And so, when the weight of centuries pressed upon him, Legolas made his choice. He built a ship, its frame strong and swift, carved with the runes of his people. When it was ready, he turned to Gimli, his dearest friend. "Will you sail with me, old friend?" The dwarf, now aged and wise, grinned beneath his silver beard. I will see these white shores you speak of, if they'll have me." Together, they set sail, leaving behind the lands they had fought for, the friends they had loved. And as the ship cut through the waves, Legolas looked ahead, toward Valinor, toward eternity, toward a new journey where the echoes of war could never follow. The wind carried them westward, the scent of salt filling their lungs. Days passed, and the stars above seemed to shine with a greater clarity, as if welcoming them toward their fate. As the ship drew closer to the Undying Lands, Legolas felt the weariness of years lifting, a lightness entering his heart. The sadness of parting remained, but it no longer weighed him down. He turned to Gimli, who stood at his side, staring in silent wonder at the shores that now stretched before them. White cliffs rose in the distance, and the golden glow of an eternal sunrise bathed the land in warmth. The air was rich with the songs of birds unseen, melodies that spoke of peace, of rest, of home. For the first time in an age, Legolas allowed himself to believe that this was not an end, but a beginning. He stepped forward, the first onto the shores of Valinor, and as his feet touched the sacred ground, he knew he was truly free.